I'm happy to welcome with us. We've got Joe Coleman with eXp Realty. What's going on? The market's like all over the place, housing, whatever.
I know. You turn on one channel and it's, the sky's falling, and you tune on another one and it's, waited out because your house is going to go up in value. And, it's always kind of good to look at the past, look at the future, but it's especially helpful to look at the now, especially if you're thinking to sell now or in the short future, because, there's a lot of misinformation and just bad information and good information and just, all sorts of information out there. But, I like to look at facts, and the facts of the market right now is that there are fewer houses on the market than there were 4 months ago, dramatically so, actually.
Really?
Yep, fewer houses on the market, which is good news for sellers.
Yeah.
Average sale price is actually up year over year from January to January, 22 to 23, which is, I know it's shocking to everybody, because if you think about it, absolutely. Everybody says the sky is falling. There were price reductions that were happening in the market and kind of adjustments. A lot of that was people, thinking the market was still swinging up, dramatically.
Yeah.
Like, your neighbor sells for 500,000 and you sell for 800,000. That's gone. But the pricing is still strong. Inventory is low. In fact, there's less than 16,000 active homes on the market right now, which is about half of what a really healthy Phoenix market is.
Yeah.
And so you're still, you're not necessarily, inciting the bidding wars that we were a year ago, but you're still getting really good money for your house. And that's really, at the end of the day, what sellers want. And so I just kind of wanted to update people on, what actually is happening, because, being up sales price year over year average, and inventory being down, supply and demand is going to ring true no matter what the media or anybody says, or your cousin or anybody who's giving information, because it seems like everybody wants to tell you something.
100%. And it's like, okay, what version am I getting? Because everybody knows something different or thinks that they know something different about the market. Because I am absolutely shocked, because I thought, there was a lot more inventory. It was more of a buyer's market now, not the sellers. And
it's always best to look at the facts and just look at the straight information, because if prices are going to collapse or something like that, well, inventory is going to shoot up. So you're going to have these precursors to markets that are going to happen. There's always an action and then a reaction. And right now, all we show is that the market's just sort of going along as it was before, and as it's seemingly going to continue to do. So the summer is usually a busier time in the market. So I always recommend getting your house kind of ready to be sold now. Meet with a realtor now. Get those maybe small projects done, or at least get the photography done, and kind of get everything ready. And that way you can kind of beat the rush when that action happens before the public has their reaction.
Exactly. So it's still a good time to sell, and technically it's a good time to buy, because you're not having the bidding wars. So
you get a little bit more time, and you're not having to bid against 50 other people, but you're still having to pay a fair price, because it still costs money to buy houses, and it
really does.
It does, but it's a good time. It's a very normal market right now for buyers and sellers, which is a great thing.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.